But so we boot him, and Josh Ashworth comes into the picture. I'd been talking to him, and you know, we decide, yeah, we're gonna hire Josh Ashworth.
So me and Russ drive to West Virginia, and we're gonna record a demo for Carl. We get in there and we, record. I think we recorded 3 songs. One was Beginnings of the Rising End. One was Beginnings of Praise the War Machine, and then the other song, I don't even remember what it was. And we had Josh fly in from LA to record this demo with us, and he stayed there with Jesse for a week or whatever. And we recorded this demo, and I remember the first time I heard Josh go into the bathroom to sing these songs. He went to the microphone, and he started singing them. And he was a little out of practice, because I know he hadn't sang for a while, and it was a little weird. But I remember looking at Russ and going, you know what? This might work, man. This might be okay.
We put a tour together. We go on tour in the States with Further Seems Forever.
And we're on tour with Josh. And then we get to LA. Our friend Ryan was there at the show. I walked with Ryan outside, and we were just walking down the street and hanging out and just having fun, whatever, talking about the band. And Ryan brought to my attention that Jesse pulled him off to the side and said, I hate being in this band. I don't know why I started doing this again, and I'm sick of it, and I want to quit. And that was the very first time that all of this Jesse stuff started again. Because up until then, I thought everything was stoked, everybody was excited, we were ready to do the band, everything was great. So after this came to my, attention, I told Russ, and I said, look, I don't want to burst our bubble, but it's going to be the same bull crap that we've dealt with forever. And Jesse doesn't want to do this anymore. He pretty much just wanted to do it to get some money, which is fine, whatever. That's awesome. He has a family. I want him to not be in financial ruin. Awesome, whatever. But there's still the situation of me and Russ are extremely excited and think this band's going to work, and then you have this happen again, which is the ongoing story of this band, so whatever. And I also asked my friend Ryan what he thought of Josh Ashworth, and he pretty much as usual, confirmed my already thoughts I didn't want to bring out, but the only person that should be singing in Zao is Dan, and that's how it should be, and that's how I knew it should be too anyway. So, I find out all this stuff. And actually, another little funny side note to that story is that when I talked to Portland months after we finally signed the deal and stuff, he actually came up to me and said, the first thing that Jesse said to me at that dinner meeting we had was, when was my check going to be in the mail? And yeah, I just kind of laughed it off, but yep, that's kind of what it was,
Basically, we ended up going straight on tour to Europe, and that's when I knew, I was like, I just don't want to do this. Like, I was like, I want to start a new band. I want Scott to be happy. I want Russ to be happy. I don't want to be the freaking butt of their anger, the freaking root of their talk. And I was kind of done talking about them. Like, I mean, all the crap, like tour cancellations, the this, the that, like that was all behind, because when we got this new deal, I was like, cool, start over, a new chance.
We did a tour of Europe with Josh Ashworth on vocals, and at that time I was advised by a friend that's been there from the beginning, advising me every step of the way. Josh didn't seem like he was the guy for the job, and I think Jesse actually started feeling that too, because me and Jesse talked about that, where he just didn't have what Dan had and what Zao was. Like, I think his whole stage presence and the way he wrote his lyrics were personal, but they were a little more like almost California, like like that whole thing where you're like a little more about the flashiness than the true meaning and feeling of what the band is and what the songs are about. Now, after that European tour, I think Jesse wanted to get rid of Josh anyway. So, we talked about whatever, and then that tour was just grueling, and definitely I was either going to quit the band and the band was going to be over, or we were going to do something about the situation the band was in and make this thing really work.
I was mad because we'd kicked Dan out, in my opinion, the core of what Zao is, the good part of it, you know. I mean, everybody was a good part of it, but you know what I mean, like that thing. And here we are again, new band member. It's been 6 weeks. I was like, yeah, I was totally like, this is a freaking circus. So we go on tour in Europe. I get hurt right away, like just it's oblivion. Me and Rob, Josh get off the plane. I get freaking put in containment in Europe because I get off the plane completely sober. Josh and Rob are so trash. They ask them what they're doing there, blah, blah, blah. It just started off really weird. Day 2, we play a festival in Belgium with Dillinger to like 2,000 people. I fall being an idiot, break 3 of my ribs. Rob dislocates his shoulder. So the rest of Europe, I am in complete sedation because I need to be in a hospital and I'm not a European citizen. So, and then it really got divided. So divided that we rode in different cars and didn't speak at all. And basically got off the plane. I told Scott, yeah, good tour. I'll see you around. I think he knew I was going to quit or wanted kicked out or something.
In the back of my mind and all this whole time, I'm thinking of all the hard work and all the money and all the things that Carl put into this and Ferret did for the band. So that was always there, and I couldn't see the band breaking up again and getting back to the point where it was after all this work and all this stuff that Ferret did for us.
I think that tour ended on the 22nd of December or the 14th or something. We were on tour in Europe for like 12 days. Christmas, New Year's, I get a call from him on January 4th or 5th, and he's like, I can't do this anymore. You know, I was like, I just basically told him, I'm like, I don't give a rip. I don't want to do it anymore. You write all the songs, you and Russ. I'll come and play drums on them. That'll be that. Be a Carl record.
Jesse made it very abundantly clear that he didn't really want to do this band. He wanted to do this record and quit and be done with it, make his money, be happy, be over. And I, on the other hand, was finally back into the situation where I love to do it. I had Russ back with me, and I felt that this could be something for real this time, and I didn't want to turn Zao back into the breaking up band that it's always been.
Scott tells me this story about how maybe he wants to do it under a different name, but how he's going to get Dan back in the band, and I was just like, that. I went to see David Bowie, and I got on the internet at 2 in the morning, and I put that I quit. And then I got really pissed because I started seeing stuff on the internet that I was kicked out, and I wasn't, you know, even if I was kicked out, it doesn't matter, but I wasn't. But I mean, they'll say that too, you know. I mean, but everybody else says that too. Well, yeah, but I mean, on the internet, everybody's like, Jesse got kicked out of Zao because he's a prick, blah blah blah, you know. And like for me, it was just like I just can't do it anymore. It's like, I mean, it's proof positive. Like me and Scott and Russ are like seeing Russ. Like when I saw them on Stress. I mean, I haven't seen him in a year. He just walks up to me, he's like, give me your phone. I want to program new numbers in it, you know, and gives me like all these ringers, and like it was just totally natural and like totally cool and like just totally valid that like that's how it should have happened, you know what I mean? I mean, my biggest thing is just like everything that happened in between and like the confusion and stuff, and like I feel guilty for a lot of things that I did, but like I feel like, you know, I got the bad end of it, you know, because I tried to do what was right. You know, I worked so hard for that freaking band to work and had so many obstacles with people that are still in the band that got, you know, dismissed because of whatever drive or prick-like tendencies I had, you know, and it's like, and now they're successful. Now they get a video. I'm not going to be Dave Mustaine and Metallica video crying. I'm definitely not. I mean, I'm meeting with Warner Brothers tonight for my band. I could give a damn, you know. I really don't care. I had to move on in my life. But it's like, it's crazy to see like how it all kind of did work out, you know.